Hello everybody, welcome to the third part of the present perfect. Look at the picture. The description says, Katie has watched Dracula 50 times. We use the present perfect to talk about things that happened at an indefinite time in the past. Let's start with the forms. In order to make affirmative statements, you must write first the subject plus the auxiliary have plus the past participle plus complement. For example, I have visited Bolivia. She has been there. You can use the contracted form like I've, we've, you've, they've, she's, his, its. In order to make negative statements, you must write first the subject plus the auxiliary have plus the particle not plus the past participle plus the complement. Examples: I have not visited Bolivia. She has not been there. Here we can use the contracted form. Instead of have not, we can say haven't. Instead of has not, hasn't. Now, in order to make affirmative and negative statements with adverbs, we must write first the subject plus the auxiliary have in positive and have not in negative plus the adverbs. Here we can use never, just, and recently, plus past participle, plus complement. We can use lately, recently at the end of a negative sentence. Examples: I have never visited Bolivia. She has just been there. He has recently been there. We have not visited Brazil lately. He has not been there recently. To write yes, no question or present perfect indefinite past, you have to write first the auxiliary have, has, plus subject, plus ever, plus past participle, plus complement, and don't forget the question mark. Examples: have you ever been in Cochabamba? Has she ever won the lottery? The short answers are in affirmative: yes, they have, yes, he has. Negative: no, they haven't, no, she hasn't. To write an information question or WH question, you have to write first the WH word plus the auxiliary have, has, plus the subject, plus past participle, plus complement, plus the question mark. Examples: how often have you visited Rome? Why has she met Richard? Let's continue with grammar explanations. Number 1. Use the present perfect to talk about things that happened at an indefinite time in the past. You can use the present perfect when you don't know when something happened or when the specific time is not important. Examples:
we've traveled to Egypt. They have won several awards. Sylvia has been to Argentina. I've seen his show many times.
You can use ever with the present perfect to ask questions. It means at any time up until now. Use never to answer negatively. For example,
have you visited Peru?
Or
Have you ever visited Peru?
No, I've never been in Peru.
Or
No, never.
number 3. Use the present perfect with just, recently, or lately to talk about events in the very recent past. Examples:
We've just gotten back from Argentina. She's recently been there. They've never visited Peru. She hasn't been there recently. He hasn't had time lately. They haven't visited Egypt twice.
Usage note. In spoken American English, people often use just and recently with the simple past tense to talk about indefinite time. For example,
We just got back from Washington, D.C. We recently finished the project.
number 4. Be careful. Do not use just, recently, or lately with the present perfect and a specific past time expression. Say,
I've recently gotten back from US.
don't say,
I've recently gotten back from US last Monday.
time to practice. Choose the correct option. The show has won an award. Yes, the correct option is A, because we can use an adverb with the present perfect indefinite past. We can use never, just, recently before the past participle, and we can use lately and recently at the end of the sentence.
The show has just won an award.
Next, choose the correct option. Jonathan last week. B is the correct option because we have a past time marker, last week. Then we have to use the simple past tense, arrived. Remember, we use the simple past tense in this case because we are expressing something that happened in a specific moment in the past. We can't use the present perfect form.
Jonathan arrived last week.
Last practice. Find the mistake. I recently finished my homework yesterday. Good. The mistake is on letter D because of the adverb recently. We are talking about an action that happened at an indefinite time in the past. Then we don't need a past time expression in this sentence.
I've recently finished my homework.
Thank you very much for watching this lesson, and I will see you again soon.